Hey guys, Damon from Modern Music Studio here. Just talking about how the online lessons have been going. We've been doing it for about a little under a month now, and online lessons have been going great. Skype and Zoom and Facebook Messenger are the three that I've been working with so far. There's some pros and cons to it. One of the cons is it's kind of hard to have both people playing at the same time without it cutting out the sound of kind of coming from the other person. So it's more of kind of a you play, I'll listen to how I'm playing this, and then we'll listen to how you play it and make sure we're on board, as opposed to not as much like accompanying you behind your soloing and stuff. But there's plenty of other things where it's been working out well. And there's always different ways of looking at things. Like, say, a lot of times we look at these sheets of paper and we practice our scales and things. Well, we should probably be knowing a lot more of this stuff, and a lot of the songs that we keep reading off charts and things, we should know these songs by now. You can put a lot more feeling into a song when you have the parts memorized. And if you're playing that song with the record, you're getting to the speed of that song, how it should really be played. You're having to make those changes of chords on time. And the more you can have this song in your head, the better you're going to play it. You're performing for the song, right? You're not looking back and forth from a piece of paper. And that could be with, lyrics. You're singing a song. You want to get these lyrics memorized so you can make the song sound more authentic eventually. So memorizing more leads to playing with more feeling. I think also simplifying your repertoire, like maybe you knock it down to, maybe you've got 50 songs that you're playing. Maybe you knock that down to 5 songs. Maybe this week or for 2 weeks. You get that down to 5 songs. You try to get those 5 songs memorized and play them with the record if you can. And other things, like say you might be looking up tabs to learn some new songs and stuff. I suggest going through several different tab sites. Like there's Ultimate Guitar, there's Songster, there's AZ chords and like E chords and things like that. You should have 4 or 5 different ones that you go to and take a quick look and see what's different. Write down some of the chords. And if one of them has a E flat major 7 and the other one doesn't, then that could be the more authentic or valuable version to be looking at. Things like that. You can compare these tab sites, and sometimes you get a hold of one that you think is pretty accurate all the time. And some of them cost a little bit of money, and some of them are extra accurate and things like that. One other thing is, since I've been doing the lessons online, when I make somebody a chart for a song, I'm collecting these now, as opposed to giving these to take home to everybody all the time. So the chart collection is growing, and so whoever's doing online lessons has access to, I could throw you an extra 5 or 6 or 10 charts that I think might be down your avenue of what you're working on and stuff. So there's extra material that can be shared because all these charts are being saved now instead of giving away every lesson. Other things, I think it's important to go back to learning where the notes are on the fretboard. For example, this scale here is all the natural notes. So when you know this scale, you can say those notes as you play the scale and learn where these notes are in the end of the neck. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And when you get the different positions, so I'm doing the C scale, all natural notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And if you work your different positions of the scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And you work your way up, you can start to memorize where the notes are better. That's something that nobody probably puts enough time into, because you really should know your neck and where all these notes are on the different strings. The other thing is, if you can locate the notes better, you can figure out what bar chord you're doing. Where is the bass note of that bar chord that I'm playing? Is it the big string? Is it the 5th string? And just with those 2 strings, you can do all your different bar chords and know where you're at. The more you know these 2 top strings and where all those bass notes are. So there's a couple cons to the online thing, but there's plenty of other things we can do. Everybody's been progressing at a good, steady rate. I'm sure they're staying a lot tighter on things than if they weren't doing lessons anymore. But Anyway, there's plenty of stuff to be talked about with scales and arpeggios for soloing, playing over chord changes, major and minor pentatonic, and modes, and blues 7 arpeggios, and so always plenty to do. Hope to see some of y'all again and some new people coming on in. Everybody's been having fun, so thanks Jeremy and Becca at Modern Music Studio, and y'all keep picking and grinning. Right on. This has been Damon. Take it easy.